And welcome to Damn You 2 Sports Talk. And it's going to be a great show. We got a good panel of people here on this good Monday afternoon or Monday night, depending on where you are currently in the United States or around the world. But we are going to start the show out, and we're going to have, Donovan to my right. Donovan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Good, bro.
doing all right, man. Just trying to survive the heat, man. It's like 109 degrees in Vegas, but
Dang.
And then of course you got the host of the show, down to my down the middle. We got Ralph, man. Talk to us. How you doing?
What's up, fellas? What's going on, man? How y'all feeling?
And then in the background, and you can't see his face because he has the face made for radio, and that's Josh Bailey, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. Like Donovan said, daddy duties, man. But I know what time it is.
All right, Ralph. Let's get into it. What you got?
Yeah, it's been a lot going on, especially around LeBron. So, who do you think is gonna trade for LeBron? Which one of them teams? Did y'all see the 4 teams that was mentioned?
So it's Dallas, Cleveland, LA, and I forget the last team, but
Golden State.
Golden State. Yeah.
So out of them 4 teams, who should trade for Bron? What team you think Bron is willing to waive his no trade clause for to make the trade happen? Because he got a no trade clause, so he got to waive that. So
yeah, I'll go first. I think Dallas is probably the best option for him. I think if they give them, like, we get Gafford, another one of the bigs, and like PJ Washington, I think that would be the best situation for the Lakers. And I think as long as AD and Kyrie are on that team, and then a Cooper Flag, I mean, I would want the Lakers to get him, but I don't know if they would give up Cooper Flag. But Dallas has enough assets and bigs and personnel that's already played with Luka. I think that's probably the best option, in my opinion. But I think Dallas would be the thing. I mean, he's going to play with 2 players that he can trust and that he's had success with, and he can see what happens in Dallas. But I think even if he goes to Dallas and they work together as like a big 3, I still don't think it's going to be enough to win the West. The West is too deep. His better option is to go to an Eastern Conference team, being that it's going to be a down year with all the injuries and stuff with Boston and things of that nature. But yeah, I think as far as like personnel and who he would feel comfortable playing with would probably be Dallas. But if he has a chance of winning, I think his best option is to go into an Eastern Conference team.
Yeah.
You want Kyrie, Donovan?
Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay. So when it comes to this, I'm gonna break it down logically. Hence my show called Being the Sports Angle. I'm gonna try to give you an angle here. Out of the 4 teams that are on this list, the team that is least likely is the LA Clippers. All right, he already is in LA. He's already based in Los Angeles. His headquarters is already based in Los Angeles. Going from the Lakers to the Clippers would be like going from a brand new car to a used car of $150,000, 150,000 miles on it. Okay. All right. Going to the Clippers is a downgrade. All right. So he's not going to go there. Golden State would be next. Okay. Golden State would be next. I mean, it does have some option there, but then when you stop and think about it, Golden State's not a team that's in winning mode. Like, Golden State is not a team that's going to win a championship. They have a bunch of old veterans, a bunch of guys who are on the back end or in their 30s already. So I guess if LeBron wanted to go to the AARP club and go to a team that has a bunch of guys who are veterans, I guess he'd want to go there, but he's not going to win in Golden State. So let's cross out the 2 California teams because he wants to maybe try to win. That's the whole point of even making a trade. Dallas would make sense from a Kyrie perspective, from an AD perspective. He's very familiar with them. But the issue with Dallas is, what are they going to have to give up to acquire him? And that is kind of where it lies. So the one team that would be perfect for him, it makes a lot of sense for him to go back, makes a lot of sense for him to head back home, have his swan song, have his retirement ceremony, have his retirement season, whatever, would be to go back to where it all began. All right.
Cleveland?
That Cleveland makes the most sense from a sentimental perspective, because he essentially would be going back to where it all started. And Cleveland does have a decent amount of depth on their back end. So rotation-wise, they can sacrifice 2 or 3 players that are in that mid-rotation, and they can bring in LeBron and have him be at the 3 or have him be at the 4. But that's what I
feel it. Yeah, I don't know if Cleveland want to give up that for, 2 years? How long y'all think LeBron got left?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah,
sir. I mean, how long, Donovan?
I mean, I think what he's trying to do is, I think he eventually, this is what I think he wants to win. If he can't win, I think he just wants to be a chance to be on the court with all 3 of his sons, with his 2 sons, whether it be like them playing in the same game against each other, or if they're on the same team. I think it's more than likely is that they're in the same game, because I don't think all 3 of them are going to be on the same team. In hell, if he leave LA, he just has to. I mean, he has to just do 1 year of Arizona. He's going to Arizona next year for 1 year.
Yeah,
and he'll be in the draft. I mean, I think he's better than his brother. And
nice.
I think he'll be, if not a first round, somewhere like mid-second, but he'll definitely get drafted.
Yeah, Bryce is nice. I mean, I don't think the only person I really want him in Golden State is Draymond. You know, Draymond, that's his number 1 fan. So if he comes to Golden State, you know, Draymond, he's gonna play hard. You know what I mean? So because he was willing to miss some games to go see LeBron get that record. You know what I mean? But I don't want him over here because I don't think we got enough to even trade for.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Now I will say this, because this might change some of y'all's, you know, what you said. I did read that the Lakers don't want no contracts back that's gonna go beyond into the 2027 season. So whatever guys if they make the trade, whatever guys they get back, they don't want nothing going into the 2027 season. So
So they want expiring contracts. So essentially they want expiring deals.
Well, Peacock agree with Ian.
They want players that's on 1 or maybe 2 year deals at the most, so they won't have that on their books going into 2027. Because Rob Pelinka already said last week that he's prepping for the 2027 season. Now,
and that
it don't look like that because they got Ayton, and now they only got DeAndre Ayton because the Portland Trailblazers bought him out. Nobody seen that coming. That was something that just happened, and the Lakers got him. So if that hadn't happened, the Lakers really wouldn't have made really no moves this offseason, because Rob Pelinka said we getting ready for, you know, the 2027 season. And then after he said that, a few days later or whatnot, then you got Jokic coming out saying that he's not signing an extension with the Nuggets this summer. And if you look at Jokic's contract, he has a player option for that 2027 season. So Rob Pelinka already knew something that we didn't, as to why he don't want to make no moves this offseason. And if he do make moves, it's only going to be on a 1, maybe 2 year deals, so he can get the books cleared off for that 2027 season. So whatever trade happened with LeBron, they don't want players that's going to be going into that 2027 season. So like you said, I don't think the Clippers, that's the least likely spot. I don't think he should go back to Cleveland, because the East is wide open now. I'm not giving up anything to get LeBron basically for a year, because he's on an aspiring contract this year. It's a 1 year rental of LeBron. And if I'm a team in the East, because right now Cleveland, if you look at it, they arguably a top 2 team in the East right now with it being wide open. So whatever they give up to get Bron, that's gonna be pretty much what they need to kind of to you know, make they run, make they push in the East. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving that up for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? I would add, if I'm Cleveland, rotational pieces, but I'm not giving up sacrificing anything that I need, to bring Braun in for 1 year. Then you look at Golden State, like you said, which one of the two they gonna come off of? It's gonna have to be either Draymond or Jimmy. You just traded for Jimmy last year, this past season at the deadline.
We could give up Kuminga. I don't want to give up Kuminga, but for no LeBron, you know what I'm saying? LeBron only gonna be there for 1 year though. But Kuminga,
sign and trade type with Kuminga. But you know what I'm saying? I don't even though Steph and LeBron on Team USA, they already hinted at, they possibly want to link up and play before they careers in. So, you know what I'm saying? Dallas really might be the only logical spot. You know what I mean? Dallas might have to give up Clay, PJ Washington, and one of those bigs and Daniel Gafford. But like I said, I haven't seen the contracts to see how many years they got left on the deal.
That wouldn't be bad because Clay, he from LA, right? Or his dad played in LA.
Yeah,
dad played for LA. And I think Clay, he did say one time that he did want to play at least a year in his career with the Lakers, because that's what his pops played. So he wanted to at least play a year there at some point in his career. But Dallas might be the spot. You know what I'm saying?
I do want to mention this, by the way. Cleveland has 7 players on expiring contracts. Dallas has 7 players on expiring contracts.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Then Dallas might be the move then, because Dallas have added former Laker coaches on the staff. Phil Haney just got added to the staff.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? Jay Kidd, from my understanding, was the one that was really pushing for the Luka Doncic trade. So, what I mean? Everybody mad at Nico for doing it, but from my understanding, Jay Kidd was the one behind the scenes that was really pushing to make it happen. So, and I think Jay Kidd had interest in the Lakers job, if I'm not mistaken, at one point while LeBron was there. But obviously, he didn't.
He interviewed for at one point.
But what Cricket Commish said, do y'all think Brownie's going with LeBron? You think it's going to be a package deal?
No.
Nah, I don't know, man. I mean, LeBron, he may be like, if I go, my son has go. I mean, he'll have the power to add some incentives in there. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he did, or it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. I mean, at the end of the day, like, he got Bronny drafted.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it would be too big of a ask to take Bronny too, and then put it, and he'll just play in the G League. I mean,
but can I ask this question real quick to all the 4 million people watching all around the world?
I don't think Elliot would care. Go ahead.
Why is it that the 14th man in the rotation, right? He's 14th on the depth chart, but yet we're talking about Bronny James. He is 14th on the depth chart for the Lakers. I got a 15-man roster. He's 14th.
You know what that is?
The package deal.
That's like the Giannis and his brother. They're a package deal.
Costas or Fanas.
Fanas.
Yeah,
one of them.
It's a package deal like that. It's a package deal like that, because if you go, if let's say LeBron do get traded to Dallas, let's say he do get traded to Dallas and Bronny is in the deal too. You know what I'm saying? Bronny ain't playing over there in Dallas.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Dallas is competing. If Dallas make this move, this is a win now championship move this season. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing set up for 3 years from now. This is win now. So Bronny ain't cracking the rotation over there in Dallas. Hell, he barely can crack the rotation in the summer league. So he damn sure ain't gonna crack it over there in Dallas. So that right there is just gonna be a move to satisfy LeBron, moving his son with him. You know what I'm saying? And Lakers probably want to do it because, I mean, from the outside looking in, I'm not behind closed doors, but from the outside looking in, to me it seemed like the Lakers, they sick of Bron shit. Like, they never want to draft Bronny. They probably never wanted JJ Redick. They never wanted Russell Westbrook. They never wanted to trade all them core pieces, them young pieces to get AD. They did all that for LeBron. They didn't want to do none of that. And now that the Lakers got new ownership, they ain't going for none of that. You can tell they sick of that shit. They putting their foot down. and the new owner is now backing Rob Pelinka, and everything they doing now is based around Luka. Like they not
So
even thinking about LeBron no more. They can't wait to get off LeBron. They pray and hope that he waive his no trade clause so they can send him on, first thing smoking to wherever he waive his no trade clause to, because they can't move forward until LeBron is gone.
so is JJ Redick gone? Is LeBron gone?
Nah, I mean, I think he's on a short leash. But the way I look at it is just like Ralph said, man. It's like, what else more do you want? Like, I mean, every good thing comes to an end, and I think LeBron, he won us a championship. Thank you for your services, but it's a business, and if it's a business, and remember the Lakers, they had similar thing, and it wasn't. They decided to go with Kobe over Shaq, man, and they ended up getting 2 more championships. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think the differences was they had one together, but I mean, the Lakers, I think they're finally coming to their senses, and they finally realize. And if you look at the playoffs, man, a lot of these teams were in there. Like average age was like in the mid-20s. OKC won it with a very young team. The league's getting younger. The Stephs, the LeBrons, all those players are starting to get phased out, and I think you don't want to be put in a situation to where the Lakers have already done that with Kobe. They kept him a little bit too long. They tried to stay loyal to him, but even with the Kobe situation, I mean, he was there his whole entire career, so that's different. LeBron, he came to LA. Like, think about it. If LA was in, let's say, New Orleans or Milwaukee, do you think LeBron would have came over? I think LeBron came for his own personal growth and his net worth as well. So, I mean, it was a business decision for LeBron. Lakers were lucky that he decided to come to that market, and LeBron's got a lot out of everything, But I'm just glad they're putting their foot down. I think if you're gonna get rid of LeBron, it's a perfect opportunity so you can get some assets back. And I think because the reality of it is, even if LeBron's on the team, the way the roster is currently constructed, they're still a 6-7 seed at best.
I'm gonna say at best.
At best, right?
Yeah.
Especially with Denver.
He said he came to LA because he was shooting Space Jam. He said it was nice to see JJ get some humble pie, considering when he's on TV, he acts like he has all the answers. And then Peacock said he got the bubble championship.
LeBron has made them look like a joke. You know what I'm saying? He made them draft Bronny, right? That's somebody the Lakers, if Bron wasn't there, they wouldn't have drafted Bronny. That's somebody they did for Bron. And you know what I'm saying? The way Bron talked him up, I know you're supposed to hype your kids up, but when you start talking about he can start for us right now, and then you draft this dude, and this dude out there can't even get meaningful minutes in the summer league. I mean, they sick of Bron shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that when they traded for Luka and Bron didn't know about it until we found out. He found out like everybody else did. To me, that was the writing on the wall. That was like, man, we putting our foot down. Damn that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
and then the ownership change. They didn't tell LeBron either. Then the ownership change.
That's wild.
Nope, they didn't tell LeBron. They told Luka, but not LeBron. So that's telling me that the ownership is backing Rob Pelinka and Luka Doncic. Like it's writing on the wall. It's all but done. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron is opting in. Well, he opted in already, but he did that to kind of hold up whatever it was the Lakers was trying to do as some get back. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's 52 million, but you know what I mean? How you gonna opt in for 52 million and come out here and say you don't like the roster construction, you still trying to win a championship, And then Rob
Yeah.
Pelinka say we prepping for 2027. So if they already prepping for 2027 and building everything around Luka, and you opt into a $52.5 million a player option, how else can they construct the roster for you to win when winning this season ain't a priority for them? Right now they putting little small pieces in place and getting ready for 2027 to go get a big. And I think it's gonna be Jokic.
And I'm gonna say this on record real quick. For Lakers fans, all right, and for Lakers fans who are watching, you got to remember who the new owner is. That's the Dodgers owner,
Mark Walter.
And you got to remember what the LA Dodgers do brilliantly. They are brilliant at bringing over world star talent, the world class talent, the best talent in the world. I mean, that's what the LA Dodgers have done. I mean, the LA Dodgers are essentially the Avengers of MLB now. Right? They got every superstar almost on planet playing for the LA Dodgers. Almost every all-star now plays for the Dodgers.
We get it.
So what I'm going to say is this. If you're a Lakers fan, just know that this owner is not afraid to spend money. That's my entire point.
Yeah, the
Lakers go get superstars in the next couple of years.
Yeah, the only thing is yeah, I mean, the only difference is that baseball there's not salary cap. So essentially, I mean, they could go into the luxury tax to get players, and I don't think it'd be an issue. But I mean, there's still some cap to what they can do. But for what you said, the overall concept of them getting the best talent and them just trying to gut everything, because the Lakers, I mean, they're a family-run business, and they ran things very, very cheaply. Like, we lost a lot of players because they didn't want to pay that extra couple million to put them into luxury taxes or to the other tax brackets. So you're right in the sense that they will not be afraid. They'll do like what the Warriors did, and they don't care. They'll just spend.
Exactly.
And
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's the luxury tax. I mean, that's the thing about the NBA. It's a soft salary cap. It's all about the luxury tax. So.
Yeah.
They sick of that dude, man. They so
sick but of yeah. And the thing is, I'm not like, honestly, like, I can't really knock for what he produces on the court, but it's just like all the extra baggage that comes with it. And when you're not the best player in the league anymore, like, that stuff starts to diminish. People aren't. You're not the young. You're not the hot girl in their prime in the club no more, man. So
yeah, LeBron a MILF now, or Cougar.
Yeah,
Cougar.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, like you all right, but it's like there's a lot of other talent out there, and it's just time to move on. And the thing is like, how long is he gonna play? Like, I mean, it seems like the longer he plays, the longer, like, I feel like the accolades start to diminish the longer he plays. Like,
I'm glad you said that, because I was gonna bring something up related to that. Now that you said that, I think the longer LeBron plays, that's kind of taken away from his legacy now, because you're now getting a year away from what you last remember him being known for. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the LeBron era in LA has really been a failure. I mean, they ain't did a damn thing in LA since LeBron been there, if it wasn't for the pandemic in the league going into the bubble. You know what I'm saying? So when they went in the bubble, half of the damn teams in the league didn't go because they didn't qualify. So you cut out half the league right there on a short season. You know what I'm saying? And half of the players that was in the bubble didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? You saw Paul George came out and said the bubble had him depressed. It was messing with his mental health. It had him depressed because he couldn't see his family, and you had to get tested every other day. You know what I'm saying? The refs, everybody that coming in and out, you got to get tested every other day. You know what I'm saying? And that was the time
Lou Williams going to Magic City, but
yeah, and I think that was the time when it was still 14-day quarantine.
Right, it was 14-day quarantine.
Yeah, it was in the thick of it.
Yeah. Lou Will.
But some people say
leave. Yeah, he was in Atlanta, like Magic, eating chicken wings and watching ass shake. So he didn't want to be in the bubble.
Then he had Jimmy Butler. Then he had Jimmy Butler, stealing NBA players' money over coffee. But
yeah, and so that right there was just like, I mean, it counts as a ring, but like, is it really one that the Lakers count? You know what I'm saying? Is that one that they really put
how
it
about
up
we
there?
ask the Lakers fan who's in the corner?
They counted, but I think, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot.
I mean, we counted, but it ain't like it's probably one of the like
weakest.
the
It's
weakest
not.
ones. I mean, you got to count it because basically, and I tell this to everybody. I think if any franchise that had never won the bubble championship, they're still posting a banner. Yeah, there could be an asterisk by it, but at the end of the day, the league was set up that way. There was nothing anybody could do. So what people did is, I mean, they made the best out of what the scenario was, and I mean, and it does have a little asterisk by it to me. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather win it than not. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it
like
counts,
a tournament.
but like for a Laker fan, it's almost like it counts, but it's
it's at the very it's at the there's a lot of butts, and it's the very end of the list.
It's at the very bottom of all the other championships we won. Is, you know what I mean? It counts, but it don't mean nothing close to what the other ones mean that we won. So, you know what I mean? They ain't did a damn thing in LA since LeBron been there. They on what, they fourth coach since LeBron been there in what, 6 years?
Yeah.
See, here's the interesting thing about LeBron and his LA tenure, right? If I had to ask everybody, how long do you think LeBron has been in LA? Like, how many years do you think it's been?
Too long.
It seems like
right?
Because LeBron's been there, what, 6 years, right?
So
I was like,
I'm gonna tell everybody, this is his 8th season being with the Lakers.
This is eighth upcoming season in LA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this: if you go to Lakers fans, I don't think they feel like it's been 8 years.
Yeah, it's been a
failure.
failure.
Been a failure. Period.
They got a bubble chip.
Hey,
they on their fourth coach. You know what I'm saying? They got Russell Westbrook. That didn't work. That was somebody that they pointed the fingers at. They drafted Bronny. They traded half the damn team away. I'm talking about young talent to get AD. You know, so they basically they did more for LeBron than they did for Kobe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you got one chip. And like you said, it's a chip that don't hold nowhere near.
It don't hold no type of weight, yeah.
Nah.
So that really ain't, you know. If it wasn't for the bubble, we don't know if they would have won that. Shit. And they almost lost that to the Heat. So, you know what I mean? It really ain't been, it's been a failure, flat out failure. You know what I'm saying? So I think Lakers is sick of that shit. That's not Laker like. You know what I'm saying? So they sick of that shit. They finally Rob Pelinka finally put his foot down, you know, and his new ownership is backing Pelinka, and they building everything going forward around Luka, and they just doing what they got to do without LeBron. So, you know, I don't even think that I really believe, and I told people this when it happened, that Bron didn't know, because that was the first step to stripping power from LeBron and Clutch Sports. You know what I mean? The last straw, in my opinion, was when they drafted Bronny. Rich Paul allegedly called other GMs around the league and told them not to draft Bronny. And if they did, they was going to threaten not to show up and go overseas. And they forced the Lakers' hand to draft Bronny. And Bronny come out here and he can't get by nobody in summer league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is his second year, and he looks
he's supposed to be balling out
than he did in his first year. You know what I'm saying? He out here, he can't even get by guys that went undrafted trying to make a team.
I mean, the issue I think Bronny has is that he's a contributor at the G League level. Like, at the G League, he is a solid player stat-wise. Yeah. But at the NBA level, he's not even
There's a big difference. It's a big difference.
What
position does he play? Like, is he a 2 or 3?
Right. He's listed right now as the 14th man on the Lakers roster. Like, that's how bad he is.
Be a shooting guard.
He's a point guard.
He's a point guard that can't pass that well, and
that's what I'm saying. He can't be a point guard.
His shot is not. It's like I mean, the only thing he has is the athleticism, but it's like when you don't really have the height, it doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like if he's 6'2", Yeah, he's a
He only
tweener.
6'2"?
Yeah, he's only like 6'2",
he's
6'3".
barely 6'2". Yeah, I think he's like barely like.
Yeah,
Man, he ain't got
and that's the
nothing that
thing.
he can
He
just.
got his mom's height. So no,
And
I
you know
mean
He
he
got
just
his,
and the
he got his
crazy
mom.
thing
Well,
is,
he
Savannah
the height came from his
Nah, you
mom's height.
right.
He didn't get the
You
height
right.
from he didn't get
I never
LeBron's
heard.
height. You know, he got it from his mom.
Yeah, I
You
just
know,
never
so
heard that like that.
and the crazy
I mean,
thing is, they
His mom
forced
like,
they forced him. LeBron them they forced them to give Bronny a guaranteed roster spot and a guaranteed
that was what I was
contract.
going to next. And that's the part that really pissed me off. Like they did it so where it was like he didn't have a two-way, which if he was a two-way, he could have played into a full contract, and then you had an extra roster spot that you basically just gave up for LeBron so that his son could get money that he already has a shit ton of because
Fully
of the
guaranteed.
family. Yeah.
But he signed a 3-year deal. Like he's gonna be on the team until next year, unless they trade him. But he's on there until next year. So,
But they could buy him out though.
I mean, they could. Yeah.
If Bron leave, they could buy him out. Because I mean, think about it. I mean, if you were in that situation and you realize that the Lakers don't want you anymore, and your son is on the team, I would try to get my son out of there with me.
I mean, hold on. Let me ask
you ain't got to try to get your son out of there. They don't want your son from the get go.
They gonna cut him.
So it ain't nothing for them to get rid of Bronny.
Right. Like realistically, what NBA team wants a player who's averaging 2 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist?
He going to the Clippers, man.
I mean, my damn, bro. I seen the first couple games when he played. I seen some of the one when he played Cooper Flag. I'm talking about he's the only guy that they showed. I mean, he scored 2 points, but they kept running his highlights like he scored 20-something points. Like, how many highlights can you have of a guy who only scored 1 bucket? He's only 1 highlight.
Just different angles.
Know what I'm saying? I mean,
do people remember last summer league? He was in 6 games, and anytime he made any highlight at all, like he would grab a rebound, all of a sudden, like, here's Bronny James doing a rebound.
Yeah, dominated the boards with 2 rebounds.
They literally showed a highlight of this dude turning the ball over, and they tried to make something so good about it. He on a fast break, he dribbled the ball off his leg, turned the ball over, and they tried to spin it like he did something so spectacular. Like, look how fast he is from one end of the court to the next, and he turned the ball over. They tried to make it like such a good highlight reel off a turnover.
Right. Or one time he did a very simple assist. Very simple, just a basic basketball play. But Bleacher Report was hyping it up. It's like, oh my God, look at how he passed the ball over. Like,
I'm telling you, bro, the Lakers, they sick of this shit. It's I mean, I don't even know how you cannot see it. Like, they sick of Bron. They ready for him to go. He done handicapped them really since he been there. And they don't like this shit. That's, you know what I mean? That's a historical franchise. You know what I'm saying? They were, and at the end of the day, it's still a business. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers were a business before LeBron. They were a business with LeBron, and they're gonna be a business after LeBron. So he can't be holding up the brand in the business and getting mad, because at the end of the day, they still gotta move forward. You know what I mean? They're gonna be still the Lakers are still gonna be a brand in a business even after LeBron's long retired, regardless of who owned the team. You know what I'm saying? As long the NBA is a business in itself, gonna be going long after LeBron's not playing. So I think this is the first time, maybe since LeBron AAU days or high school days, that he ain't had everything built around him and catered around him. You know what I'm saying? And now he can't take it because he's 40 and he been having it his way since he was 15, 16. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now he can't take it because he's so used to having it that he don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he like one of them players that he needs to be a second or third option, but people still treat him like a 1. They don't want to move off the fact that LeBron is 40. You know what I'm saying? They think LeBron is 25 forever. He's not 25 no more. So you got to treat him like every other player. Yeah.
They treat him like a one based off of reputation, longevity,
Right.
legacy, and the reality of it is, I
It's a
mean,
little fit.
the reality of it is that he's still like a top 12 player, but it's like you're not going to invest and build around a player that is in his 40s. Like if he was doing this and he was still like 25, 26, and he was still getting you like 24 to 25 points a game, 6 rebounds, like 6 assists, like you're going to keep that player. But the fact is he's just old and it's like he's tying up too much money and there's so much baggage that has to come along with it. And it's just based off of, like you said, what he's had his whole career, everything. I mean, think about it. I mean, who gets into the league and they got $100 million contract, a shoe contract, like right away? I mean, the dude pretty much has been able to pick and choose anything he wanted to do. And I mean, he basically goes to a team, brings his people in, makes the moves, and then if anything doesn't go right, he's out, or he'll be like, oh, well, that wasn't me. I don't do this, I don't do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he'll just put up numbers. I mean, at this point, I mean, he's just stat padding. I mean, if you really think about it,
He's just running that all-time scoring list up. That's all he's doing.
Exactly.
He's running that number. He running
but
that.
I don't think anybody's gonna catch him though. Like I mean,
Ain't nobody playing to 40 plus. You know what I'm saying? Past their 40s like that.
we won't see that in our lifetime.
No.
Yeah.
You know, Steph. I doubt Steph played past his 40s. Who else?
And even so, like most players, they're gonna have an injury or something if they do play that long. So there's not gonna be able to really. LeBron ain't never had no like major injury. The most he's been out was like what, 3 weeks to a month or
I
something.
think like his groin or
Something
something
like a
that.
quad or something like
Wait,
that.
didn't he have that like that injury when he collided with Solomon Hill, if I remember correctly?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know
but he ain't never been out
his
for.
knee.
He ain't never been
Yeah.
out. At the most, he's been out like was maybe like
A
6 weeks.
Yeah, he never been
month
out.
and a
Yeah,
half,
he ain't
yeah.
never been out for like half a season or something like that.
Yeah, so most players are they're not gonna go through 22 seasons, not miss that. You know, I mean, you gotta like admire the durability, but at the end of the day, like if you're gonna have an old player that wants you to build a team around him, and he's like, and then he's trying to bring all his people in with the baggage, it's like
Sound
it's
like
just
Aaron
too much.
Rodgers.
Yeah, it sounds like Aaron Rodgers exactly.
Yeah, man. It's. I'm telling you, the Lakers, they sick of this shit. Like I said, the longer he play and he don't win, that's a year. That's another year added that he didn't, because the last time he won a chip was in the bubble, and we just said
What year
that
was that? 21?
that chip
20?
don't hold as much weight or
2020?
close to the amount of weight as the other chips in LA. So just take away that bubble chip.
That's a
The
year,
last
but
chip he won, the last chip he won is what in Cleveland.
Yeah, 2016.
I mean,
Yeah, and that was a-
2016 in
that was a-
Cleveland, yeah.
That was a decade ago. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, dude.
I mean,
You know how far-
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it's
just
really
shows
crazy to
how
think
how
about.
old we are, man.
that's Aaron Rodgers for real.
That's a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? And get coaches fired. He moved players to get other guys in there,
He throw a
don't win,
hissy
and now
fit.
they point the finger.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are sick of that, bro. That wasn't their plan, to move the players that he won't moved. But because he is who he is, that's what they do for him.
Yeah, and like I said, man, like it would be a lot different if he had like another 4 or 5 years left, but I mean he doesn't, you know what I mean? And it's just not worth it. So I'm glad the Lakers are finally coming to their senses. I mean, they realized they made that mistake with Kobe. After they gave him they gave him like the 25, they gave him like a $50 million contract. It was like two $25 million deals after the Achilles injury, and they just did it, and it messed up the franchise, because you had a hurt player that at that point of his career nobody really wanted to play with him anymore, and that's what is coming to LeBron. Nobody really don't want to play except for like veterans or people that he's won with before, and it's like you look around the league. It's a young league now, man. I mean, all these players are like in their like mid 20s, man. Like a lot of these stars like that are there, like what? Well, I think Giannis is what, 31?
I mean, Giannis is like his early 30s now. Yeah.
Yeah, Jokic is 30.
Mhm.
SGA is 26, 27. Like all these players are in their mid 20s, early 30s, and think about it. LeBron is like 15 years older than like Luka Doncic, man. Like that's crazy.
It's gonna be fascinating from like a basketball perspective. Once LeBron does retire, what is ESPN gonna talk about for 7 hours a day? Like, cool. I kind of want to know, like, what's Fox Sports gonna talk about for 8 hours a day?
The
Lakers.
LeBron
retires? Like,
still they're still going to talk about, well, how did they move on from LeBron? And they talk about LeBron's legacy, and there's going to be more arguments and conversations to come up.
The GOAT talk.
But you know what though? That's the beautiful thing about podcasting, because podcasting can go ahead and start talking about up and coming players before the media gets on them. You know, the media is only going to get on them once they blow. But if you podcasting, you could have been talking about, like, it's people that was talking about SGA 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now the media is just now getting on him. But it was people podcasting talking about SGA 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So now that's like the beautiful thing about podcasting. Like, you can jump on this stuff and have already been on record talking about it before the mainstream media get on it. Yeah. Because most people is only going to follow what they hear on the mainstream media. They don't really do their due diligence when it comes to this type of stuff. That's what they tune into them for. So,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And I will, by the way, I will sing the praises of like basketball YouTubers, like King of the Fourth Quarter, you know, Legends of Winning. Like, they keep people up to date. And in a way, YouTube, basketball YouTubers are way more informative than ESPN.
Right.
Like, it's kind of crazy how it is.
Absolutely. They program to only talk about certain things. It's like, there's only 3 things. At one point, there was only 3 things they were talking about on Main Street. It was Tom Brady and whatever team he was on, and it was the Jordan LeBron debate, which still talked about LeBron, and the Dallas Cowboys. That was it.
Pretty
Just
much
different subjects worded around those three topics.
And if it ever got to baseball season, it was Yankees, and maybe a little more Yankees. Yeah.
Right. That's it.
All right, we can move to the next
one.
So
what was the next topic, Josh?
That was Mike Tomlin, I think.
Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
All right, so when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, is it the final year in Pittsburgh for Mike Tomlin? And Ralph, we'll have you start out with this one, though.
It's Donovan Boy.
I think it is. I think that Pittsburgh is doing whatever they can to hang on to kind of stay relevant. But Pittsburgh is one of them teams, like you said, is stuck between still trying to win and needing to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? If the only way this ain't Mike Tomlin's final year, he got to get to the AFC Championship game and damn near win it to get to the Super Bowl. They can't have another 500 type of season. You know what I'm saying? They can't do none of that. You know, they got problems with the wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? For all the way from AB to Chase Claypool to Deontay Johnson to George Pickens. They brought in an old quarterback. They never really can't get the quarterback position right since Big Ben got out of there. You know, I don't know. They done been through 5 quarterbacks. They had 2 last year, and going back and forth between 6. Okay, 6 actually. And now you bring in an old ass Aaron Rodgers for 1 year. You got the TJ Watt situation. So Pittsburgh, they can't go 8-9. You know what I'm saying? Even if they make the playoffs and lose in the first round, Mike Tomlin is out of there. You know what I'm saying? They done made the playoffs and lost in the first round with Mike Tomlin before, and they just keep being a 500 team. So I think this is the last chance for them to really try to do something, which I don't think they is, with Aaron Rodgers. So, you know, they drafted the quarterback out of I forget his name, Ohio State.
Will Howard.
Yeah. So I think Will Howard is going to, learn behind Aaron Rodgers this year, and they're going to try to have this guy ready to go as far as a rebuild is concerned when they move off of Mike Tomlin, because I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to be 500. I don't think they're better than Pittsburgh. I mean, they're not better than I think the only team in that division they better than is Cleveland. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And even in that division, you know how division games go. You could be clearly better than the division team, and you still might end up splitting with them because y'all know each other so much from playing each other twice a year every year. So I don't see Pittsburgh doing much this season. I think they might start the season off pretty solid, and it might look like they're gonna do something. But the closer you get to midway through the season, you're gonna start seeing them, drop games and start looking like I thought they was gonna look. I don't think the Jalen Ramsey trade helped them. I think that pretty much kept them the same team. You know what I'm saying? You got rid of a safety in Minkah Fitzpatrick to bring in a guy to move him to safety when you already had a safety. So I think that was just a lateral move. It didn't help them. It didn't make them no worse, but it damn sure didn't make them no better. So yeah, I think if they go 500 this year, like I said, even if they don't go 500, the only way Mike Tomlin survives past this year is if they go to the AFC Championship game, and it's got to be something like a bad call that cost them the game to get to the Super Bowl that could save his job. That's it. Other than that, I think they're going in a different direction.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with everything. I think it just gets to the point where, I mean, Pittsburgh, I mean, they've had what, three coaches in the past, what, 40 years? And Tomlin's been a coach for what is this like? What season is this?
So this
This
is
is like
season
what,
20.
20?
Yeah, so he had
Dang.
20, he had season 20. Cower didn't have 20. I think Cower had like what, like
15.
18,
15.
15,
Yeah.
and then what was it?
Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll
He
had.
almost had 20 years. He almost had.
Yeah, so I mean,
Dang, 20
I
years?
think 20 years is a good number, and I think I think if he doesn't really do anything this year, I think it's pretty much a wrap, and I don't see them doing anything, and I mean Aaron Rodgers, I mean just having Aaron Rodgers alone is like it's a nightmare in itself. I mean,
It's so
because
much.
I mean, Pittsburgh, their defense is always going to keep them at around 500. So, I mean, if they have a better quarterback, then maybe. But I mean, with Aaron Rodgers, like his baggage and his injury that have compiled within the past like 4 or 5 seasons, like I don't foresee anything happening. They're still not better than Baltimore. They're still not better than
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then you still have Buffalo. I mean, you still have the Chiefs. The Chargers are better.
Broncos?
Houston.
Yeah, it just. I mean, even if they were to get in as a
Raiders?
wild card, huh?
Raiders too.
What?
Raiders might give them a
I will think that I think we'll have a better season, but just because based on our schedule is a pretty favorable schedule. We finally have a pretty favorable schedule this year, so we could probably get around 8 or 9 wins. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, it'll be in line with a bunch of those mid-tier teams like the Dolphins. You know what I mean? Like teams that they're going to be around 500, and so I just don't see them. They're not at that top echelon of teams in the AFC. So I mean, I think Ralph hit it on the nose with his assessment. I think it's pretty much it's a wrap.
Yeah, I've been with Donovan. Like, remember we said it, and I know you said it. Like, to me, Tomlin, I just never been on the train when you know what I'm saying, just because he made it over 500. To me, Pittsburgh is one of those teams that, you know what I'm saying, supposed to win championships, and just because you go over 500, to me, wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? That's a cool little streak, but at the end of the day, you got to win in the playoffs, man. If you ain't winning in the playoffs, I don't care about none of that over 500. You know what I mean? Like, you could go down as one of a great coach, but did you win? You know what I mean? Going over 500. So to me, it's like it's what you do in the playoffs, it's not the season all the time. So to me,
the way I look at the Steelers, though, the culture that the Steelers have You either retire or you have a losing season. That's really the only two ways you ever get let go as a head coach of Steelers. Bill Cowher won a Super Bowl, and then after winning that Super Bowl, was like, I'm going to retire. Chuck Noll had been there for so long. I think they had one of their first ever down seasons, and that was when he was let go. So if the Steelers have a losing season this year, he will be fired. But if they continue to win, and if somehow, some miracle, Aaron Rodgers gets them to a 9-8 campaign, Mike Tomlin will be back. Because that's what the Steelers do.
That's stupid. It's still mediocre to me. Just because you won game over 500.
But hey, winning season's a winning season. That's
but I'm saying San Francisco has made it with Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? You got a great defense. You can't make it with, you know what I'm saying, some of these other quarterbacks. I'm like, man, just because y'all ain't had a top tier quarterback or even a decent quarterback, some other teams has made it to the Super Bowl with worse quarterbacks. So when they keep on saying, oh, they never found a quarterback, that's the reason why he didn't win. Nah, it's been Jimmy Garoppolo made it to the Super Bowl and Brock Purdy made it to the Super Bowl. So I'd be missing me with all that. He ain't found a quarterback. He ain't got to have a top tier quarterback to get to the Super Bowl or just win a game in the playoffs. But he's a great coach. But I get tired of hearing, you know what I'm saying? He made it over 500 for the 100th time.
Yeah. He gotta, like I said, for him not to get fired. If he barely gets in the playoffs, if he barely makes it into the playoffs because somebody else lose or whatever the scenario may be, somebody lose and they win and get in, the only way I see him keeping his job past this season is if he, like I said, gets to the AFC Championship game and it has to be a bad call, kind of like in that Rams Saints game where they didn't call the pass interference. Something like that got to happen to cost them the game. That's the only way I see. Other than that, if it ain't nothing like that, they gonna respectfully, let him finish the season and won't bring him back.
I doubt that they fire him in the middle of the season.
I don't think they ain't gonna fire him.
But see the crazy part is that if he gets fired, he's gonna get picked up right away, bro.
I mean, of course. I mean,
who gonna pick him up? Who you think will pick him up?
I mean, there's teams I have
a team that comes to mind.
Jacksonville.
There's an organization that's had a carousel of head coaches ever since Ron Rivera left.
Carolina.
Yes.
Right.
I don't think we're gonna pick him up. I think we gonna keep Dave Canals because I think Dave Canals this year is gonna have a good season. You know what I'm saying? I don't think because we already tried it with Matt Rule, Frank Wright. We fired both of them and paying both of them. Steve Wilkes, who we should have kept in my opinion. But Dave Canals is there strictly for Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying? He's there to because they gave up so much to the Bears to trade up to the number 1 pick to get Bryce. They need Dave Canals there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Mike Tomlin is going to be good for Bryce Young. So, and I don't think
Mike Tomlin is quite as creative enough offensively to what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tomlin is more of an old school coach. The league has evolved since that. Now I'm not saying Mike Tomlin can't work nowhere else, but the way people think he gonna work nowhere else, I don't think he's gonna work like that because the league is way too offensive, and you have to be with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't think he's offensive enough. But if he go anywhere, I think he'll work on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Dallas. Get Schottenheimer up out of there.
Dallas. See, his personality and Jerry's ain't gonna match. See, he ain't gonna be no yes man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think we all in agreement that it's kind of like this is the final straw for him.
Yeah. So Tomlin may win a Super Bowl, or you up out of there? I mean, I don't think he's the only coach. He might not be the only coach on the hot seat though, but he definitely need to be on the hot seat, man. Because Pittsburgh ain't did nothing in years. I didn't realize he'd been there 20 years. That's crazy.
I mean, hey, 2006. That's when he got hired. 06.
Yeah.
Dang. And he won what, 2 Super? Oh, he won one and went to, so he won.
He won one, then he lost one to this unfortunate team called the Green Bay
Packers. I remember that one.
He had to lose to them. So
I remember that
so.
one. Aaron Rodgers was the reason why he lost that one, and Aaron Rodgers going to be the reason why he gets fired. So.
Was it really Aaron Rodgers though?
No, it was Jordy Nelson. I thought Jordy Nelson.
No, that was your defense, man. Nick Collins, man. No, that was your defense.
No, I mean Clay hit the ball out to Mendenhall. I think Mendenhall was running back, and Clay hit the ball out.
I remember watching that Super Bowl, man. That was defense.
We lost Donald Driver that game, and we lost Charles Woodson.
Think about this. They lost to Blake Bortles, Pittsburgh.
Right. Blake Bortles.
Hey, think about this. They allowed the Cleveland Browns to have their first postseason win in over 20 years.
Damn. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jacksonville scored 40-something points on Pittsburgh. And Blake Bortles wasn't even known as an offensive guy. He was just a game-managing quarterback at best.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Hey, didn't they lose to Tebow?
They did.
They did lose to Tebow.
Yeah.
They lost to Tebow, too. Yeah, I mean, he's had some pretty bad losses in the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, I think the writing is on the wall, and I think like I said, I mean, he'll find another gig. I mean, easily, but I think this ship will have sailed if he doesn't make a deep run into the playoffs.
All right, Pittsburgh might try to keep him. Nah, I don't think he want a front office job. I think he still probably want to coach.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta take off, man. But it was good.
Hold on, real quick, Donovan.
What's up?
So Shaw said he might do his shows on Fridays at the same time. If y'all able to do it on Fridays, he could do it on Fridays. I'm not gonna be able to do it on Friday. So Ian, if you're able to, you know what I'm saying, do all the producing and stuff on Fridays, I'm not gonna be able to do it on Friday. So
I mean, I got my tablet at work. I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let him know.
But I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Yeah, if we could do it on Friday, that's cool. That's actually better for me too. So.
Okay.
All right, y'all take care, bro.
Sounds good, man.
All right, bro.
All right. Ralph, man, appreciate you, dog. So we're gonna keep this on Mondays, Ralph?
Yeah, Monday cool with me.
Yeah, Mondays for yours, and then Shaw can do his on Fridays. So we just keep it rolling, man. Yeah. I just know I can't do it every Friday because it depends on if I gotta go to work or not. But man, but appreciate everybody. Appreciate you, Ian. But yeah, man, we're gonna keep this rolling on Mondays. The 3 million people still watching, man. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button because I see we already got 6 likes on YouTube, man. So appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
All right, then we up out of here.
All right, peace, fellas.